Greetings, everyone. Gleekhan here once more with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you so much for tuning in. On the last episode, we kicked off a new novel in our kind of non-canon side project we do each week. This was the prologue to the novel, the prequel novel called Warcraft Duraton, a prequel to the Warcraft movie. So this is an alternate cinematic universe, but it still really, I think, gets the vibe of a lot of the same things that it's not canon technically, but it's not going to be like so jarring, like what happened? Thrall's a girl, like something crazy. It is written by Christy Golden, so it's not going to disappoint, and the prologue was pretty good. On our long plays that we've been doing, because we also try to cover all of the canon lore, which is all of the things in the game, we've been long playing our way through Felwood. Last time we did all of the Jadenar quests. We just haven't turned in the last couple, but we struggled our way through Jadenar and succeeded, and now we're going to continue our journey as a Horde through Felwood. We've already capped the entire zone on Alliance. Stay a while and listen. I believe we have landed in Blood Venom Post, so we'll have to go run down. Durability is full. Items are okay. At some point I will probably ditch because of inventory space when we start grinding out the Deadpaw or Winterfall. However, last time we started Winterfall, and then when we did the rep grind for Timbermaw, because we have to 100% the zone, we will have to rep grind Timbermaw to neutral, and I think right now I don't think we've even hit unfriendly yet. Gotta do that. But for today's episode, we're just gonna run down here and turn this up, and then we're gonna go up here and start that process. The reason why, for those of you that need a reminder, the reason why we have to do that is there are two quests. Specifically, one is called Deadwood Ritual Totem. There is another one called Winterfall Ritual Totem. Now, for whatever reason, I mean, the way that these quests are broken up is the vast majority, including the ones that are actually from Salfa, over on the other side, the vast majority of those quests are tagged as Felwood, even the ones that technically are in Winterfall. There's also a small subcategory of a couple quests that are just tagged as Timbermaw Hold, so you can choose what to call them. And then a couple, one or two, are tagged as Winterspring quests, but I decided to knock them all out of the way and get the rep grind and all of that done now. So we're treating them as part of our Felwood category of quests. Although, yeah, you could argue that it's its own category, which means we'd have to cover it separately. I don't believe any quests open up after you do the ones that we have. Like, you can get yourself all the way to Exalted, but I don't think there's any quest that comes out of it. So what I'll do is, when I'm looking, as we get close to the end of the game, and I'll double check for whatever remaining quests we might have to do. Like, I'm fairly certain we're going to have to get to some high rep level with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. That's going to be tough. We're going to have to get to a high reputation level with the Thorium Brotherhood. That's going to be tough. We're going to have to get to high level of reputation with the Hydraxian Waterlords, because all of them are technically tied into a like small little miniature quests. But I'm gonna save all of those for till the end. Like, after we do raiding, all that stuff, it's all gonna get to the end, and because I don't really think it's central to the lore, the raids are. So what I'll do is I'll backpedal and like drop those to like one episode of rep grinding a week or something like that. All right, let's turn in a final blow.
How may I aid you?
Without Feldawn, the Shadow Council will hopefully lose focus and start infighting. They will struggle with one another for control, and hoard assets for future plans. That will be an opportune time to devastate them and their demon slaves.
Earth Mother be praised, adventurer. Thank you. This is a great day indeed. The Shadow Council will be hard-pressed to scale to the same levels of power they once held with this blow to their hierarchy. You have done a great thing this day.
Alright, so these blight leather gloves are 29 plus 9. That's 37, whereas my current armor is also a 37. So very, very, very close. I'm not going to switch over. This is more of a DPS, feral, or rogue type of glove. Not going to switch over, even though it is probably tiebreaker. It might win the tiebreaker. It loses points for me because it drops me down to leather, so I'm not going to pick that quest up. But we've picked up a final blow. So let's go ahead and add that one in there. That's my main one. So final blow is done. Got it. Come on, get off the tooltips. And one more is the remains of Trey Lightforge. Should have turned that one in first.
Good luck, friend.
How did things go in Jadenog, Gleeconsul?
You've done it. Praise be to Alun, and whichever powers you worship, adventurer. You have done an honorable and noble thing this day. I am certain Arkonaran will be pleased that you not only took the time to save her, but to also slay the creature who tortured one of her best friends. I wish I could do more for you, but please, take this.
Alright, so we'll pick this knife. It technically could get paired up as part of like a one-handed set. It's got some spirit on it. If I wanted to have something, I guess I'm gonna just put that as part of my my healing set, just to have something, but I don't particularly love it. Now we're going to also go down here, not feathers for Grazel. We'll go back, as we make our way back up now, because now we've got to walk the entire length of Felwood. We'll at least turn in all of whatever we can for salves. Right now we're just sitting at 3 salves, but that way, if we happen to come across any corrupted plants while we're farming, we'll be able to take advantage of it, because I don't think we're ever coming back down here again. So we'll do any hunting. Yep.
Very well then. Here are your Cenarian plant cells.
2.
Scour Felwood for corrupted plants, adventurer.
3.
Wherever they are, use the salve
4.
I have given you to purify them.
5. Wow.
Very well then.
6. We had a lot.
Here are your Cenarian plant salves.
7.
Scour Felwood for corrupted plants, adventurer.
8. We had
Wherever
a lot.
they are, use
Okay,
the
so that's
salve
all from
I have given
Jadenar.
you to purify them.
And I think we had an evenly divisible amount, which is great. So that did allow us to stack a bunch of salves, 19. Now skinning.
This is exactly what I need.
There you go, we did have
Here,
enough for one
take these
skinning
plant
stack.
salves and use them to
Okay.
reclaim Felwood from the corruption. We must
And it stacked over
persevere,
21.
adventurer.
Okay, I'm not going to be... I don't believe we're killing anymore. Well, we're never coming back down here to turn in those. So now I'm going to toss my remaining tainted skin. And I'm going to toss my Cenarian beacon. Just so that I have the space. I will keep these salves. And I don't want... because I don't want shards to be dropping anymore. We're not going to come... we're not walking back down here to turn in for salves when I have 21 salves. So we will keep our eye out for corrupted plants as we play. For any buffs while we're in the zone, any corrupted we see, we'll stack up just to make use of ourselves. But that's it. Then we're going to bounce. Hopefully some spawn, and I believe they do, in this area when we're grinding Felpaw, which is probably where we'll end up grinding. I don't know. It's tough to say. Today what we'll do now is, yes, first things first, we've got to get to Unfriendly. So we're going to complete Speak to Nafien, the Deadwood of the North. We will at least grind these guys until the Deadwood Ritual Totem drops. I will not fight for the Winterfall Ritual Totem. That's not worth it. And then we'll do one pack of feathers for Nafien. We'll do that clutch, and that should get us to unfriendly. So that's the start of today here. Shouldn't take us a crazy long time. Once we do that, we will travel through the tunnel, and we will do the first clutch of her quests. We will find the Winterfall Ritual Totem. We will do speak, because he'll give us Speak to Salfa. We'll do the Speak to Salfa. We will do Deadwood of the North, and then we'll do beads for Salfa. So that collection should be able to be finished today. While we're doing this, we will also look for the 15 Ragged Owl Beasts, because after we finish that clutch, we'll work, and I don't know if we'll finish it today. It's going to depend on time. We'll work for the 15 Ragged and 15 Raging Owl Beasts before making a pit stop in Winterspring to get the flight path. And this quest is going to send us over here anyway. Also, we can peek in Winterspring for some recipes. I don't know if there's anything great. We're not going to do a full exploration of Winterspring yet because we're not technically there. But we could try to at least quickly dash and get some recipes, because there are some decent recipes that appear there. So once that's done, we will then be flying back from Winterspring to this one, Blood Venom Post, in order to get the next phase of this, and we will then again bop back and fly back to Winterspring from there to get the second phase, and we will repeat that. So we'll have to do that 3 times. There are 3 phases of Wild Guardians that pop up. It's kind of annoying, and we'll slowly work on that. My hunch is that we will get the beginning Furbolg stuff done, and maybe get this first one done, and then that's about it. That's my guess for today. That's just how questing is in Classic. It takes a long time. And then the next episode, which I will I'm gonna have to feel things out, but I do have work is gonna be getting slammed. But it's kind of like a self-imposed slam right now. I have a ton of meetings about meetings this week coming up, and but I have some things that will be dropping and planning, and my team will be getting in soon, so I have a day to prep for them so that they have work. They're not sitting on their hands waiting on me to do things for them, just to tell them what to do and give them work to do. So I have to have it all set up. So basically, I probably have 3 weeks until my first major deadline. But if I don't work, just grind out at least my full 40-50 hour week, grind it out, then it's gonna come home with me. And I'm really, my goal for this, my new goal now that I'm going back in person into the office. My goal is from now on to try to cut. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I might throw this goal might get immediately dumped after the first week, but my goal is to cut down the minimum distractions, cut down the chats with coworkers coming into my office, or me going, meeting with people in the hall on the way to the bathroom or whatever. Cut down as much of that as possible. Try my best to make meetings as brief as possible, and just focus, just grind. Don't take lunch breaks, just grind, so that I do not have to work for weekends or from my house, because my salary is dog water, and it's not like I'm making 6 figures or 150K, I'm not even close. So half that, and I need my job, the compensation for my job is not such that I should also be giving up my weekends and working nights and stuff like that on top, when it doesn't give me any extra money. But I am I want to be proud of my work and get the job done, so I want my job to be done. So I'm trying to figure out how to have the best of both worlds there. They look like they're still hostile. Let's do... Okay, so here's Nafien.
Only those who have proven themselves to not be hostile toward the Timbermaw may pass through the hold without fear of being attacked. Have you made an effort to earn our trust, outsider? Ah, I have heard the word on the wind about those not of our tribe who seek to ally themselves with the Timbermaw Furbolgs. I welcome you.
If you want to look at him up close, or her, I don't know.
But you must be warned that my tribe reacts poorly to strangers. These are trying times, and we can only trust those who choose to fight the corruption of the land alongside with us, and have proven themselves to us accordingly. Those who have not done so will be met with open hostility should they enter the hold.
First of all, I forgot to wrap up remains of Trey Lightforge here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and extend this down here and just see. How do we go compared to the Alliance? Do I have to delete some? Will it work? I don't know. Okay. Then we are finishing off the easiest one that we had remaining, Speak to Nafien. Look at us. We are really wrapping this zone up quite a bit. Okay, and then he will give us Deadwood of the North. You don't need to do that, Breadgrub, to pick this quest up.
There is a camp of Deadwood Furbolgs directly to our southwest. Corruption permeates the camp, and I wish to put an end to it before they become a problem. The Deadwood tribe is evil, but it is the effects of the Fel that pollutes their minds. Their hostility is not truly an innate quality, yet they cannot be helped. It saddens me that we must fight our own brethren. Please, Gleekin Soul, I ask you to do what must be done. Simply spare me the details. Such troublesome images upset me far too much.
Alright, we have to do 140 reps, so we will absolutely hit... what the heck is that guy's name? Lil Boss Puppy. I have one of those at my house. You guys, if you listened to the Book on Tape episode yesterday, you heard her. Actually, she just turned 1, so I don't know if she constitutes being a puppy. It's kind of, you know, she's like 5 or 6 pounds, so it's hard to not think of her as a puppy. Alright, so here we go. Time to fight Furbolgs. Now, we are hoping that we get a drop of the Ritual Totem. That's always a hope. I just like fighting these Furbolgs. It's my favorite place to grind them. I don't know why. I'm going to set totems down because we should be able to pull people to a little stack. And we will eat some of our buffs and use things like that just to keep them going as we play, as needed. What do we have here? It looks like I have some sunfish that could be used. Still have those squid that could be used. And then ultimately I will have these wind blossom berries, which are nice too. Okay, that's good. We have a headdress. We need at least 5 of those in this process. For those of you that weren't here for the last time, there is a sort of a rock, paper, scissors nature to fighting these Furbolgs. So there are 3 types. There are Avengers, there are Shaman, and there are Den Watchers, and they each have a mechanic that synergizes with the rest of their team and makes them annoying. So the Avengers that we fought first have a mechanic that is, if you kill one, we have to face tank those because we need to save our interrupts for the curses and for the heals. But that did mean that. There we go. We got that ritual totem, so we can read that quest now too. I did not mention that we just picked up Deadwood in the North. Come on, bro. Be better. And we just are picking up Deadwood Ritual Totem. Cool. That one will sit in our log for some time. Alright. So, this Deadwood Ritual Totem. You have found one of the Deadwood Furbolg's ritual totems. The totem itself is of nondescript construction, but a palpable sense of despair emanates from it. If there were any object that might best exemplify the corruption that the Deadwood Furbolg suffer under, this item would clearly be it. One of the Furbolgs inside Timbermaw Hold may have a use for such item, that is, if you've earned their trust enough for them to speak with you. That's why we need to be neutral. That quest and one other. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. As I was talking about the synergistic effects, the Avengers have an effect where if another Firbolg dies near them, it might be any, it might not just be Firbolg, it could be possibly any creature, I don't know. Then they enter a super strong Berserk mode. They become significantly harder to kill and do better damage. I don't know if it's a defensive Berserk, but they definitely do more damage. Dagnabbit! Why did I have to drink my cup? Gotta remember not to do that on these fights. I don't have a curse removal, so now for 2 minutes we're gonna be stuck under a worse life situation here. And this is where the eating will help us and come into play whenever I screw the pooch on that. Between the Sunscale Salmon and the Wind Blossom Berries, it's about the same for me. These Grilled Squid are very good too for DPS, which is not our typical thing. I have to remember not to drink so that I can be ready with a quick interrupt. Alright, so the trick is killing the Avengers as fast as possible because you don't want other mobs to die around them. That's their kind of gimmick. Okay? The Shaman are tricky because they can heal. So that's just they don't really have a gimmick, that's just their thing. They are going to heal and that will create issues for you. So you typically want to kill them in the middle. You want to kill Avengers as fast as possible, so to the extent that the Shaman make that hard, that's tricky, so you kind of have to decide. It depends on the context of the fight, but they're basically mid-priority, because the Shaman are the weakest. Except for the spamming of lightning bolts. But they can heal, which can prolong the fight, so... Alright, we've got one of those guys. Great, now someone has come to screw our thing. There's always people farming here. Alright, so now we want to get this Den Watcher. We're going to back the Den Watcher up a little bit. Okay, Den Watchers are our third type, and they are our third priority. Within the context of the fight, other than the curse that they all do, they don't do anything special. They just bang you with this little mace, and sometimes they will add this curse. That's it. But when they are close to death, they have a call for help mechanic. It has a fairly high radius, and it will make all Firbolg in the area join the fight. So you typically do not want that to happen, so you want the ability to isolate them as much as possible. And when you isolate them, so you also want them to be last, because they can potentially chain your fight into something well beyond manageable proportions. You essentially need to micromanage it. You need to pull them away so that you can fight them in a spot where when they call for help, they will not receive the help. Unless you want them to. Either way, you want to control it. Okay. The curse wore off, so we just have to be careful of it now. We have now killed 8 of the 18 that we have to kill, so that's pretty good. Almost halfway done. Then move our fight over here. Go ahead and kill this guy. This is a Shaman. We should be able to kill a few in this. So all told, the Shaman are nice when you're picking ones to fight 1v1. I like the Shaman because they're not that tough. And, well, actually, if you look at the way we've been fighting, they're actually doing the most DPS to us. I must have bad nature resistance or something. But there's no special mechanics. We just have to make sure we keep our Mana Spring Totem up. Keep our kills up. I'd like to keep the Lightning Shield up, but I need Yeah, like, our armor must be pretty solid right now, because we don't really take a ton of damage when we're fighting these melees. Great. The problem is, do we waste... Like, if I Earth Shock that, how bad is it? I want to make them come by my totem anyway, so I'm gonna Earth Shock it. Come on. But I don't want them to be able to get that curse on me, so... I killed them luckily, but that shows you the risk. That's why you have to kind of do like a risk-reward analysis there. Pull the chieftain. He's worth more rep anyway. And now the Den Watcher's with me, so I might have some karma coming to me about this one. Let's see? Thank goodness. Okay. Let's see how this goes here. I think he might have a Den Watcher mechanic also. He is definitely blocking well, like he's screwing me over on the block here. Okay, got him. Interrupted that stupid thing. I'm waiting to see... There you go. If I can get a lightning shield back up. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so our mana is low. I can eat a plantain, why not? And then I guess we will work on these moonberry juices. They're just low. We're just gonna have to... I might have to buy juices now. I gotta stop being stingy. Just spend my money on that. Yeah, see, it says Chieftain Blood Call costs more help, so he does have that mechanic. But you know what? No harm, no foul. This level 60 Dwarf Hunter just rolled up right where I was and started killing mobs near me. So I only feel like medium bad about pulling that Chieftain Blood Claw off of him. I'll stick to this high ground up here. And we'll make another... A lot of the... I mean, I often see people running from this path. And I don't know where they come from. I guess maybe maybe they're popping down from Winterfell. I truly don't know. Alright, since that 60 hunter is here, we're going to have to keep moving around. We're now up to 12 of 18, so we're 2/3 done with the quest. I'm pretty sure we have our 5 feathers. Yeah, we have 6 because we came in with 1. So we have the feathers needed, so we're close to being ready to move on from this little section. Yeah, see, he's just plowing through these guys. Not to say that like him being level 60 is magical, and I'm sure he's just farming rep. Like, that's just something that there's good recipes that can be bought by these guys. So farming rep is just part. It's just part of it. You can't really, not a lot you can really do. A lot of people need it as part of their progression. It is what it is. Alright, so we don't need any more Avengers. We need 2 Shaman, 2 Den Watchers. Not that the Avengers are going to hurt us at all. I'm actually going to fight them anyway, I don't care. Because ultimately we need to grind, so... Truly doesn't matter. There's no... We need feathers, we need these kills, we are going to be grinding, so there is no such thing at this point as an extra kill. We only need 11 more, not counting the turn-ins, which we already have 1 turn-in. So basically, once we kill 1 more, we're already at unfriendly, so we don't have to worry about that part. Yes, we just got a Morning Glory Dew. Okay, this is the Winterfall runner. I don't know if I'll be able to peel off that fight or not. There's a lot. There's 4 guys there. If I could peel off even 3 of them. There's a Den Watcher. The runners don't do anything. Shaman. In that particular case, I would go for the Shaman first. Alright, so as I come over here, I only have 30 seconds left on my buff. So we're going to drop this totem to help me heal and my rejuvenation. Huh. Which one do I want? I guess let's test out a grilled squid. It's not giving me the... Does it not give a quick buff? Oh yes, for this one's not... Grilled squid are not instant though. Huh. It's you have to wait 10 seconds. I just set this down because it's basically almost as good as drinking while you eat there. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna do here? I'm gonna try to pull this guy. It pulled all 5? No thanks. No thank you. Okay, I'll drop that bad boy. See how far I can... How many... I can't believe it pulled 5. Now they're all running back. Okay, so that was... That was way worse than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why the shaman pulled... Why these are... I'm going to have to try to go around to the other side, is what I'm going to try to do. So instead we will come from over here. Try to build a little base over here. Need to update LVI, but I really don't think it's actually going to matter. It's kind of busted, and I don't know. I've been hearing these little whispers that like certain mods. I always thought WoW was like very open and cool with the modding community, and it seems like there's been a lot of crackdown and bans on mods. Like I heard somebody was like some streamer or something, someone popular on the server was banned for using OBS, which is what I use to record. I'm like, why? Why is that? Like, am I violating the terms of service and I don't even realize it? That's not even a mod. That's just a side app I use. Okay, so we just pulled all 5 again. I wonder if I can just get one at a time, you know? Like... Oh no! I just freaking... That's terrible. Okay, so this was a bad idea. I just want to kill this guy. Oh, I killed him, and I died because of it. Dang it. Oh, I was really hoping that wasn't going to happen. Did my totems die when I died? Probably. Dang it, I accidentally clicked the fucking loot. Lame. Okay. Stupid Dead Watcher. I'm not even using Lightning Shield, I'm just honestly trying to build up enough mana to heal. And then we'll rebuff and everything. And my heal, I forgot, is 50% off right now. Well, I killed one, so that's good. I just didn't have anything to set up. I should have kind of like hemmed and hawed and pussyfooted around on that one. Go with these squid. I really don't think they're actually that amazing for me. Alright, so now there is going to be no, like, now I've got to smash and grab this Deadwood Shaman. Or I could go for the Avenger. I don't know. Actually, it's a tough sell. I think the Shaman, since it can heal... Oh, I want this 30 seconds of healing to be off of me. Okay. It'll be okay. They hit me with a curse. This is 30 seconds also. The nature's swiftness, I'm just going to give that a few more seconds because I need to pop one of those off most likely to be able to live. Okay. I don't need to heal right away. Come on. Got one, so now I'm gonna run to reset. They hit me with that stupid curse again. Gosh. Fire. Like, I cannot be unstunned. That's terrible. Okay, so that was lame. 100%. Like, I don't know why I could not get off of being dazed. Even though I had them with this Earthbind Totem, I was stuck on being dazed. Like, that was, I think, my guess is that was just terrible luck. But I don't know. Also, that, it's just a terrible combination of things, so I just died twice. But, the terrible combination being, alright, we're gonna, like, make it to where you can't heal. And then they rock, paper, scissors you, like, you kill one, you kill the, if you don't kill the toughest one will berserk and become, it's like double his DPS. If you don't kill the healer, he's gonna heal and keep everybody else going and hit you with lightning bolts. You kill the Den Watcher, you have a chance of him bringing other people. But if you kill anybody, yeah, if you don't, yeah, so it's just a real catch-22 in that situation. And now I don't know if we can... You have Winter Spring covered for clickers. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds terrible. Deathless ready with lock and 2 clickers? The heck does that even mean? Like somebody that just spams like farms? That's what that means. On my way to Gadget to Park. I don't know what this means. I've not heard that usage before. But you have Winter Spring covered for clickers. Everyone in position. I don't understand. 31 locks? Farad's flight path Dude, they just came and cleared out my freaking thing. That's annoying. I mean, they might not have seen it. They might not know. That does suck. So I just wasted 2 deaths so that someone could come up and clean up my mess. Alright, so I don't know. I've got to be better about figuring out what the heck. I don't know how to do that better. The best answer is just don't mess with it. I'm not good enough. Alright, let's go back to eating one of these. Okay, so this is something else, because here, if you look up, it says Sunday at 1 p.m., so it's coming up in about an hour. We'll be summoning you to all those pesky faraway flight paths that take forever to run to. Oh, okay, so basically, they are creating a series of warlocks at the flight paths in the extreme locations to summon alts to, so that they can just bop, 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 summon, create a summoning chain. Kind of basically like the flight path map you can buy on retail when you make an alt and you just buy it, and then your alt automatically has like all main, like a big collection of. Did I have one over there I didn't loot? No. So it's something like that. I get it now. Alright, so I'm a little salty about the way that just played out. I died twice, had some bad luck, and then this level 60 Tauren Shaman came in and just cleaned up my mess. Because I was hoping to get a crack at that Winterfall runner. You have a small chance of getting the Winterfall drop quest from him. Not that we're not going to get it later, but shouldn't have done it. Should have just played smart. But I don't usually do that. By the way, we need one shaman. I haven't even been paying attention. I've just been killing. We need one shaman and we can do the quest. So we are 2 kills away from unfriendly. So I guess we should just... I think we should just get a move on. We basically got some of our grind done today. Okay, I need to find a shaman. There's one right there, but he's with the chieftain. So there's an isolated one up there. We'll go for that one. Alright, and this will be our last kill, then we'll go turn the quest in. What am I even doing? I mean, I guess I could, like, do that grounding bolt instead, but it just blocks 1. So that's a lot of mana. 64 mana, I guess it's not a lot, but interrupting is only 30. I guess you could do both. Alright, we just hit we just hit unfriendly. So we're no longer hostile with these fools. Now we're gonna make our way over to go turn in whatever we have so far. And we are now 3,000 rep away from being done with the zone, plus the little quest that we have. That's why they're calling them clickers. People to click the summon totem. That's what it is. I mean, I do appreciate a guild now, actually, that is trying to do an event that's large scale, that will help other other people. That's cool. I actually think that's cool. That's, even if they want to stream it, even if there's whatever motivation behind it.
I sense that you have achieved victory. Victory is such a hollow word considering what had to be done. Regardless, you've proven yourself to be worthy of our trust. It may take some time before the Timbermaw welcome you without hostility within the hold. Still, your perseverance will erode any suspicion my brethren may have about you. So long as you will never betray us and raise weapons against us, we will find common ground.
So that's a pretty cool helmet, a crit helmet. I'm going to keep my head that I have on right now. And it's a cool crit pants, too. Neither one are... useful for our class. Alright, Deadwood in the north is done. Now we'll go ahead and pick up and complete Feathers for Nafien. This is a quest we'll probably be doing many times, but we'll do it right now.
While you have proven yourself to me, you may need to continue to work toward proving yourself to the suspicious brethren of my tribe. To that end, I may be able to continue assisting you. Some of the Deadwood Furbolgs wear a distinctive headdress that may be used as a means of proof in thinning their numbers. Bring me a feather from any headdresses you acquire. For every set of 5 you bring me, you will earn recognition amongst the Timbermaw. Well done, Gleekan Soul. I will make sure that your deeds are known amongst my kind. Remember to bring any of the feathers you find to me. I will continue to accept them as long as necessary.
Do I have 2? Nope, I don't even have a 2 turn in on that one. We'll also get to speak to Salfa.
The threat of corruption comes not only from the Deadwood Furbolgs to the south, but also from the east and the Winterfall Furbolgs of Winter Spring. If you wish to further aid us, speak with Salfa on the other side of the hold by the Winter Spring entrance. Follow the path to the left to reach it. Be warned, if my kind inside considers you hostile or hated, they will attack. Travel as quick as you can, avoiding conflict. To kill a Timbermaw, even in self-defense, will only alienate you further.
Yeah, I know. We won't do it. Okay, speak to Salfa's next. Ooh, we're really getting close. We're really... Dang it. We're really getting close to this one. Alright, speak to Salfa. Okay, so now we're going to travel through the tunnel and go to Winter Spring. Unfortunately, it's kind of a long tunnel and it counts as being indoors. You can't do anything. Another unfortunate thing is you get nothing for achieving other than the ability to talk to these guys. You get nothing to yeah, somebody is. So what are they doing? That's cool. So they're putting Felwood, Desolus, Gadget Stand, so Tanaris, Winter Spring, Moonglade, Ungoro Crater, Eastern Plaguelands, Hinterlands, Stone Talon, Kargath, Stonard, Silithus. Okay. Whoa. So we could try to three-man these guys right now. Should we do it? Let's go for it. I'm gonna do it. Now they're level 57, so this is gonna be tough. But we're gonna go. They don't do anything special. The trick is gonna be living long enough. Okay. Almost have one. Okay. So now things will get easier on the surviving side, because we're down to 2. Okay. Resummoning the fire. Resummoning the mana. Okay, so this little gnome came to help kill. I was gonna be fine. No, we didn't. We got a different quest called Empty Firewater Flask, which I'm not messing with right now. Here is beads, but we also got some rep out of that. Speak to Salfa.
The Timbermaw can grant you safe passage through the hold. However, you must prove yourself worthy of our aid.
And let's ask her. I always think of Salfa as a girl. I don't know why. What about the Winterfall Furbolg?
The Winterfall Furbolgs that reside here in Winter Spring were once our allies, but one day that all changed. Driven by the strange demands of their high chief, they began to attack all others that they came in contact with, including our tribe. They keep to themselves now.
Okay, speak to Salfa.
Greetings, Shaman. I stand guard here as both a speaker for the Timbermaw here in Winterspring and as a defender of the tribe. Our Winterfall brethren here in this frigid land have fallen under the same corruptive sway as the Firbolg of Felwood. We've come here offering the Timbermaw Firbolgs aid, then we are ready to accept such an offer.
Okay, that person is back to fight them. Alright, so we just did speak to Salfa, bada bing, bada boom. They don't even need my help. They're crushing it. Oh, it's a warrior. Okay, and then Winterfall activity.
The Timbermaw tend to stay to themselves, Gleek and Soul. While we do allow safe passage to those we trust, we try to avoid other Firbolg tribes if at all possible. The Winterfall tribe as of late has become increasingly hostile towards us. They seem to be in a state of rage, completely engulfed by their own fear and hatred of anything they do not understand. Must ask you to thin their numbers as to lessen the threat against us. Seek them out in Winterfall Village, far to the east of here.
I hate this quest, mostly because of the competition. There's so much grinding competition for this, for the Winterfall in this. I think he's killing them because they respawn pretty fast. That was a pretty fast respawn timer. Alright, so we're going to now... We need ragged owl beasts. So as we go along, and if we see them, we should kill them. But we also need these guys over here. So we're kind of combining those two kills right now. But, you know, we're going to have a couple options of killing. So, like a couple paths. We may be. So since I'm combining these, we may or may not finish these two quests in this 30 minutes. I really don't know. It's really going to depend on how heavily farmed that these Shaman Den Watchers and Ursas are. Here's the Ragged Owl Beast that we need 15 of. So we'll start by killing. These guys appear in various spots around the zone. Okay, those iron feathers, I don't even know what they're for. They might be, I think they're for a recipe, but they could be for reputation. I can't remember. I've never had to use them myself, but I do remember looking this up before. I don't think there's anything that I need that's
too far away.
Going to impact us. Alright, here's the other potential Ragged Owl Beast spawn spot. I don't know what these guys do. I could be a clicker, but I'm being a jerk, I guess, and not helping the guild. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm also not going to go... I mean, our episode would be over before then, but I'm not... I can participate in that. Sorry. While it does sound cool, and I support the endeavor, I did not plan on that being part of my life today. Alright, so here's a third one. This is also, this little hot springs right here will be part of a quest line. A lot of the things that we're going here, this hot spring, and then also back in Felwood, right here, back in the Emerald Sanctuary. They do give you a disease, but that's something we can do. These are all important in the Lincoln quest line, which we will be doing once we get to Ungoro Crater. I've done it all except for the final step. What does it do? All stats reduced by 22. Good. Hey, bro. That was annoying. Giant eggs are used for some omelets, I believe. Now, I think up here, says some Den Watchers can appear. I don't know that I've ever actually... The Den Watchers are not the problem. They're not hard to... There's that lady for the Link Quest and others. I don't know that, I've ever had an issue. Yeah, they're not what's hard because they appear all outside of the camp. It's really the shaman and Ursa. Shaman. I've always said shaman, but who the heck knows? Alright, so here's another one of these weird little... These guys always walk around like they ran out of toilet paper. They didn't check for whether the toilet paper was in the bathroom before they went poop, and now they're trying to go grab some from the closet or something. That's how the wild can walk to me. More like those giant eggs are coming out. Either way. See, this also I think used to be a quest. When I see these like mysterious unhatched egg, I'm like, why is that there? Oh, that's a totemic. That's not the right kind. That's Pathfinder. Those guys are good for grinding, and we will be grinding. We'll be grinding on them. Like we are working at the club. We'll grind on them. I don't have a lot of experience with club talk. I was never really in a scene. I've only been to a dancing gentleman's club once in my life, and it was for a bachelor party. And I just remember like I was quite young, and I just remember like thinking to myself, this is so unsatisfying. Like, you are expected to throw your money at women. Sure, I'm sure they were pretty. I don't remember what any of them looked like, but I'm sure they were attractive women. And you just, like, what, they're gonna pretend to like you, but it's all fake, and there's nothing.
I'm out of range.
I don't know. It just has never really been. I don't know. Like, why would I want to get all, like, hot and bothered? But I guess it's plenty popular. Establishments like that have existed since the dawn of time, really. Pretty much. Since ancient times, for sure. Maybe not the dawn of time. I don't know if there were caveman clubs or not. I think the cavemans would just use their clubs to get what I want, you know what I mean? But for those of you that are either patronizers of or employees of those types of establishments, no need. I'm not judging. I'm not saying like they should be shut down. I'm just saying, not for me. What the absolute heck? That thing is poisoning the heck out of me. I'm just looking for Wildkin, man. I did not have talking about that on my bingo card today. Not even at like my own bachelor party when I got married. It didn't happen. Not really my. Doesn't really appeal to me. Probably has. I think I probably also have like a mixed relationship with it due to. Hey, wait, I wasn't even that close, man. Aggroing me. Look at that, and then they bust me in the back of the head, and I'm just stunned right away. And now I'm hamstrung. Would I have to fight you now? This goes. No choice. Okay, he ran off. See, this seems like, not fair. Maybe I'm just walking around with impunity. Like I feel like I've been in so many zones. That's something I was reading on the Warcraft hardcore Reddit. They're like, somebody was talking about how they have made a hardcore account or whatever character, and they made it with 4 friends, and these people went from like questing together, leveling together from level 1 to level 60, I believe. Team of 5, and they've been trying to do all the content together, and then the poster was unavailable to join the group when they all wanted to run, I want to say Strathel? I can't remember. At least part of it, not the whole dungeon, but just to farm it. So they thought at level 60 they would farm, or maybe it was Blackrock Depths, some higher level dungeon. I don't remember exactly. It's really not important. But they decided to go like on a light farming route to try to get some materials, and they were like, ah, screw it. Our friend is not available. We'll just 4-man it, and they died. So he logs in, you know, whatever, the next day, and his group that he's gone this whole time with, all of them on hardcore server, all dead. And he was just talking about, like, the lament, and people were talking about, like, Survivor's Guild, and blah, blah, blah. And how it made him, like, not want to play hardcore anymore, how the mantra was supposed to be, we go again, but he just felt like, I'll never go again, I don't want to do it anymore, this killed my love for it, it was just bad luck, but what the... Oh, look at us, level 58, isn't that cute? So that means also, once we do this, rather than just flying straight back, we'll go to Orgrimmar first. That'll be something we do today. Something just... Oh, yeah. Okay, so... Let's go to Resto. Yeah, we're on Purification for our last few levels. We only have 2 more to go, so we're just slowly increasing by increments our healing field. We've gotten 8, so we're a quarter of the way through these owl beasts. You have to remember... see, that's not fair. Like, I see an owl beast, but this thing, even at 54, just aggroed the absolute heck out of me. There's a couple more owl beasts, actually. Why, man? Why? He's not even, like... There we go. I want these. I want to fight these guys, but I don't want to continually deal with these stupid ads. That one's he's gonna join my... What's up? I gotta look and see what that disease is called. All right, come here, you ragged owl beast. I mean, that's what's annoying, too, is you have so many of these different types of owl beasts. You have to kill these wildkin owl beasts, whatever, same thing. Okay, it is called Festering Rash. How are we organizing the new flight paths for the warlocks that are summoning in one spot, but also need the paths? I would guess... Oh, okay, I see. I would say, like, after it's done, you just bop that. Those people kind of go last. That's how I would do it. We strategically get those people to go last. Like, hey, who still needs this? Yeah, after the event. Yeah, that's what I would do. Also, I guess I could see the appeal of this, too, because it provides a promotion for the guild. So I can see that too. Alright. We have 11 out of 15. There was one up here, I think. Just want to fight all those mobs to get him. Yeah, there he is. Maybe if I pull him...
I don't have a target.
Should probably click on... Probably target him first. Thought that Yeti was coming for me again. Joink. Where does one get 12 Essence of Undeath? I guess farming undead? Strathel and Skeleman's trash. Probably. It's true. Because they're not common. Like, I think on one of my accounts, maybe my alchemist, my Horde alchemist, I think I have 3. And I've saved every single one I've found on the journey from 1 to 60, and I have 3. So, I see that. Alright, so all we've been really doing is just slowly making our way over, killing these ragged albeasts, because that's half of our albeast journey for this wild thing. I want to get this first part done. But there is other... Oh, look, there's a chest right here. Get that bad boy. I don't even know what this thing is. This little base, this little ruin. I think when you do the Alliance quest, it brings you around here. Some stones. Now, the mana potions I will take. There's a guy. Hey, buddy. I only need 3 of them. I just don't want to go too far over because we're gonna start getting into the territory where it's not ragged anymore soon, where it's the raging instead. And I'd like to finish all these raggeds. The druid is parked at Moonglade. The problem, I think, also for me for this event is, like, I feel like the service provided is moderately helpful, but nothing like earth-shattering, and the help you provide is... Oh my god, see, he just charged me. What a freaking jerk. I'm still fighting stupid bear. And I can skin him. Because we have Ragged Albeast number 14 right there. Stupid bear. Also, like, we're running around so much, I'm not using buffs right now. Okay. Uh-oh. We need to drop some things because we are running out of inventory space. Okay. Alright, these are our last 2 raggeds, thank goodness. So I have found this, what's needed. Which is good. Now we're at about 15. I don't think I can finish the Winterfall activity in the 15 minutes. Most likely I can try to get those Raging Albeasts in the 15. It's probably as good as we're gonna get. Just because there's potential farming. I don't know what day is the worst for farming, if I think about it. It's always going to be pre-raid, so whenever people are farming firewaters for raid material, that's when it's going to be worse, because I really think that's what it's all about. I think it's firewater farming. I think the rep is just like an added bonus, but I don't really think it's about the rep. I think it's all about firewater farming, if I had to guess. Alright, so now we need 15 Raging Albeasts. We need to stop in Winterfell, I'm sorry, Everlook at some point. I don't even know what Winterfell is. It's like a word I made up because I read these wild beasts as being Winterfell wild beasts. Wildkin, whatever. Moon beasts. That's still ragged. We need raging now. I think with the problem with the raging ones is that they share spawn points. There's a raging one. So I think that's the main issue. But I could be wrong. That will happen to us soon. Alright, these ones are a little tougher than the ragged. Shocker. And they are hitting us with a rend as part of their kit. So they're more like a warrior or something. Yep, hitting us with multiple rends. We have 15 of these as well. That rend does really hurt the DPS. It really hurt me. So far the drop loot table, it looks pretty much the same. It's got iron feathers and giant eggs, which I'll probably sell. I don't stinking know. I'm not gonna sit around and hold on. I guess we could look up the iron feathers. Maybe I do need them on. Actually, you know what? I think they are a leatherworking recipe thing, but not for my set. I think they're like those. Not the dragon scale. I think if I had gone tribal leatherworking or something like that, you get this iron feather.
I need to get
There's a bunch of iron feather recipes. That's what I think they're for. But I didn't go that route. Also, these winter spring owls, I believe, are pretty good pets for hunters. Not 100% sure. Okay. You know, so when we get to a full grinding episode, I think what I'll start doing is I'll start workshopping ideas online and start making a table, because that's what I like to do, about how we're going to plan out the different zones, the way we play, the levels, the character classes, the specs. So I'll start making some plans, and you guys can be part of the behind-the-scenes process. Why not? What else would we'll just be killing these guys over and over again? So why the heck not? Okay, we have 13, but in this field I see one there. I think I saw one there. Okay, so we should be down to needing only 10 after I clear this little part of the field. My man is struggling. Probably I should eat a buff. Eat a buff. I should probably eat a buff. Yeah, this is why I said in that 15 minutes I have a feeling... Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Record time here. Yeah. Okay, we can go a little bit over. Oh, I thought that was a... Okay, I'm gonna eat a buff, actually. More of these grilled squid now that I realize. I really think for this particular character class, they're only marginally useful. They also don't heal the most amazing amount of, you know, they're pretty low on the healing buff side of things. And if they're not even going to give me an insta buff, what are they doing? I think it's just that agility buffs are so rare. I think that's why Winter Spring, why the squid are so good, is that the agility buffs are just so uncommon. Oh yeah, that was nice. See, we need that crit back in our life. That could be coming from that agility. I mean, it does help. This is what, plus 10 agility? Which I don't think is a lot. I think 20 agility is a crit point, so this is like half a crit. 0.5% of crit. Still, man, people shop that, farm that, like nobody's business. And look, I do feel like we've been critting more with it. Never a small sample size, but... Okay, we get it. You're mad. I understand. Alright, so now we are down... We have 5 of those. We're down to 10. So we're 2/3 done with the grind of these guys. We've gotten 20 of the 30. These ones seem to be a little bit spread out more, and their potential range of area where they live also seems to be smaller. Whereas the ragged ones seem to be everywhere. It looks like this potential spot is like... Maybe there's not enough to go around. Maybe there's not enough for this, but we just found 3 more. Raging. Yeah. Just want to give you a little profile shot of my girl. I think I could get most of these over here. My base. I love making a base. I guess I could use fire too. It's really not... It's only 100 mana, and it does... Let's say around 40 damage. 50 seconds. I just don't know how much... How many casts does it get off? Like, what's its casting rate? That's important. I guess I could consider looking it up, but let's say it has a 3-second cast. Or even more. Let's say it's 5 seconds. Then it would do 10 casts. So that would be about 400 damage for only 100. Whereas this is about 600 damage. 400. So actually that searing... Let's see, I'll put one down, just to see. Okay, 1, 2... Yeah, it's actually more, because it looks like it's shooting every 3 seconds. Alright, maybe I need to start adding that more into my repertoire. Alright, we're at 8, so we are down to the final 7. Are there any up there deeper? Nope. But look also, we are very close to Everlook, and this is where we're supposed to go to farm these mobs. Okay. Fight this guy. Alright, I'm gonna try to drop my totems. First and foremost. Now I'll try to stay on top of Lightning Shield. Yeah, I don't even have enough mana for that. The problem I don't like though. The fire totem is that it will randomly aggro. It will tend to try to go with whatever you have as your target. But not always the same. And you might be done fighting and it'll just, if there's something that comes within range, it's just gonna pick that bad boy up. Alright, let's eat a plantain. I tried to start that quest, which I'm already on. And we'll drink our last moon thing. Alrighty, so we really, once we're in Everlook, we need to also, we'll stop at Everlook before we go to do that. That's where we'll end the episode today. We'll finish these last 5 owl beasts, and then we'll go into Everlook and just pause there, stay in the inn, before we start out on our adventure for the Winterfall. Yeah. Alright, so if you go into this Raging Owl Beast cave, there's some mobs in here. Okay. Moon Horror Den. ice cap. I don't know. I don't have enough good. Like I'm starting to get to the point where with my alchemist character, I'm level 300 alchemy, and I see all these herbs like silver sage and black lotus. And I mean, I know black lotus is like a big rare thing. I've only ever found one. And as I looted it, like some farmer walked up behind me and just stared me down. And like I just walked up on it. I was like, "Oh, cool! I Black Lotus." And I looted and I farmed it, and then some person just walks up behind, like a orc, just walked up behind me and stared me down. I was like, "Did you have dibs or something, bro?" Like, I'm sure they were just doing their farming route, and I think it gets real serious. That one's so like people, the meta on it is crazy. Like the people that manipulate the markets when it comes to that stuff. It's my understanding that some people will have like just herb spotters parked everywhere, even if you don't have an herbalist. That to me sounds dumb. Why would you just not make everybody an herbalist? I don't know. I've read some crazy things online about it.
It's too far away.
This guy just running up the straight side of a mountain. And he's evading. Now I'm going to start at least using that more often. Yeah, those two I feel like... This is 75, so... 10 mana. If you're planning on fighting for at least... 16 seconds, then it pays for itself. That's the kind of calculation that you have to try to do. That time I made the mistake of didn't do it right. Alright, so we're getting close. There's another one. We need 3 more. These guys are all right by Everlook. Now I'm going to start using this more. I don't know if you can just like dismiss it. I wish they could. Because that's another thing, like, if I could just dismiss it after the fight, then I'd be like, yeah, cool. Like, he might aggro that Yeti or something like that. That was freaking close. Now this bear, I'm gonna say I'm gonna aggro this bear now. Necessarily want to do. We have 2 more raging hell beasts we need to kill. Yeah, the fire wore off. That's good. I mean, to be fair, all of these things aggro like that. All of the totems do. That one just aggroes even from far away. Alright, there's one of our final 2 right there. Come on, you little Sally inside. I'm coming for you. Stay away from me, you polar bear. You shark-tooth mauler. Alrighty. I'm hitting that guy with a thing to bring him over here. Look, he's coming too. They both want to come fight me. What? Oh no, this bear's gonna join in this fight too. That's terrible. Dang it. I had to use one of those mana potions that I just recently... Oh no, I just wasted that. Gosh. No! I'm dead. I can't believe it. I suck. She sucks so bad when it comes to, like, when the going gets tough, you're screwed. She's died 3 times in this episode. Like, there's no getting out of jail with her. I mean, to be fair, I waited until I was completely cooked before I even tried to run. So it's definitely player skill. I'm sure like better players would get out of that mess. Try again. It's so funny. This bear is gonna get me going immediately. Yep. That's why I don't like to do it. Because that bear was minding his own business, and my fire totem was like, no, he's not. We're getting revenge. Whether you want to or not, revenge is ours. There's our last beast. We'll get after this. Need some mana. Okay, I don't want to, like, buff up or rest or anything for our last 1 mana. Fine, I'll put that one down. I want to kill him. Come on, die. Die, you dumb bear.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, gosh. Drop the wicked claw. Oh, we're going after you. You're our last one. Come on, you old so-and-so. We're going on a no mana fight. But I do have a full stack of totems for 10 to 20 seconds. I feel kind of bad because... Actually, I don't think I have a flight path to Silithus. Not on this character. And I'm gonna go do some IRL stuff after this. Alright, so now it's time to go hop into Winter Everlook. Right over here. We're gonna get the flight path, which I don't believe we have. So that's good. Now we'll be able to do what we need to do. We're not gonna hearth to Orgrimmar for our powers yet.
Where would you like to fly to?
Actually, we could. Nah, I'm not gonna. And then I did want to just check out. That's a stable master. We're not fully exploring this. I just want to see, is there any shops to buy stuff? What's this guy? Alchemy we don't need on this character. That, I don't know who that is. This is, I think, if you want to do Goblin Spec and Engineering, I think you can, like, set up a portal to Everlook. That's a quest line. I know it is in... Here's Trade Goods. Shield. She could have a recipe. So, a tailoring, and enchanting. Let me get rid of a couple of these things. A lot. Just to... I don't want these eggs either. Kind of get things going. Okay, that's fine for now. And then there's a banker. Do I have anything I want to stick in the bank? Nah. That's an auctioneer, but that's the neutral auction house. We're looking for a repair person and anybody else that might have like a recipe that's worthwhile. Couple quest people out there. Who's that guy? Some dude. Okay, this is light armor, so he can repair. Weaponsmith, gunsmith. Who's this? Mining supplies? No, that's not going to help us out. Alright, so it doesn't seem like anything for the old leather workers in here. Quest. Food and drink. Could have a recipe. Yeah. The monster omelet, which we already know.
Have a good one.
So we must have got that from somewhere else. Okay, there's a dude for the Thorium Brotherhood. I don't know what his deal is.
What?
The Thorium Brotherhood does not waste time on ants. Be gone.
Okay. Good talk, bro. And then engineering supplies. Alright, so nothing particularly cool for us. So we're just going to go hop into the inn. And this is where we will log out. On the next episode, we're going to wrap this up. And then go back to her. We want to finish these things before we port out. And, I mean, to be honest, we could... You know what? Screw it. We'll port out here right now. Who cares? We will port over to... Orgrimmar and learn our powers right now. Probably should buy a couple Ankhs while I'm doing this. But we have a lot of killing to do. We might as well have our level 58 powers. And then I'll hop on the flight path to go back to Winter Spring, and that can happen off camera. So it just saves us one little thing. So on the next episode, what we will do is we'll begin by clearing out this camp for her. And then we will fly from Everlook to Felwood and back, because that will open up the next Wild Guardians thing. We'll probably just work on finishing that entire chain. So we'll do the 2 more times. Then we'll come back and finish hers. So on the next episode, we can hopefully do all that and turn her quest in. And then get some beads. So, like, hopefully we can wrap up all quests on the next episode. Here's where I can get an Ankh. Hopefully. Not guaranteed.
What do you need?
Well, I could use... See, he doesn't sell... He sells moonberry juice, but not this morning dew. It's lame. Okay, this is what we want, though. We want the Ankh. Okay, just buy a few of those. We're also in the process of saving up our 1,000 gold right now. What are these guys? Accommodations. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do a little PvP. No way around it. But PvP honestly wasn't added in for a little while, so... This guy is a shaman trainer. We will have to do those Sunken Temple quests. I'll talk to this girl one, though.
Hey there.
Teach me. Alright, so we can upgrade our Frost Shock, which will now do 500 up to 514 damage with 50% still.
Later.
So our current Frost Shock is rank 1. Really? Why did I... That's why... Oh, I must have de-leveled Frost Shock, too. I don't want to de-level Frost Shock, though, because that's not just for slowing people down. That's really more for the damage, so I don't know. I don't know why I de-leveled Frost Shock.
Don't be
I feel like
shy.
I want the damage for that sometimes. Stone Claw Totem, which will now have 480 health from the 420 it had. That's about it. So not a lot there. So not a big one. But whatever. I should use that more. That probably could have saved me a couple times today. Fire resistance totem, always good. So now 60 fire resistance up from 45. 60 fire resistance is quite good. So that's probably our max rank one.
Hello, man.
Flame Tongue Totem, very rarely used, up to 54.5 damage on the Flame Tongue Totem from up to 42. So it's pretty nice of a boost if you ever wanted to use it.
Talk to me.
I don't know that I've ever used it. Frostbrand Weapon could be useful from time to time. Chance for 175, up from 166. So not a big increase to ability here. And no.
Bye bye now. Hello, ma.
Nothing in Resto. So I have left. On the final level, I'll get another rank of Earthshock, but now I've de-leveled it, so not that useful. I'll get another rank of Searing Totem, which will be good. I'll get another Nature Resistance, which is quite nice. Another Wind Fury rank Totem. That's fantastic. That's a great dungeon one for me. Mana Tide Totem, rank 2. What? Oh, I don't believe I have Mana Tide Totem, because I didn't spec that. I didn't get to spec that, so that will not actually be gained rank 2 or 3. Ancestral Spirit, so my res will become better, 600 and 800. That's fine. Healing Stream Totem will up, which is nice. And a Lesser Healing Wave will up. That is my Quick Heal. So up my Lesser Healing Wave. But for now, not a lot. So we're kind of sitting... And even then, like, if you notice, nothing really crucial here. So, my Earthshock will upgrade, which does nothing for me. All of my other offensive, key offense, my 2 Lightnings, we just upgraded Frost Shock, Flame Shock, and my Lightning Shield, they're all done. My main heal is done. I mean, I'm sure those things exist, but I won't be getting them from a vendor. Maybe books. Lesser healing wave will upgrade. None of my other main things. As far as totems go, my Searing Totem, which is probably my main offensive totem, that will upgrade, which is good. Fire Resistance, Flame Tongue, okay. Nature Resistance is a good one, and Wind Fury weapon totem to upgrade, that's a good one. My Healing Totem, that's solid. As well as... Actually, it was Fire Resistance, not Frost. I have double Fire Resistance totems. Darn it, that should be Frost Resistance. Ding dong. Frost Resistance totem. Fire Resistance. Just realized that. I think I've had the wrong totem there for a while. Alright, so that's it for where we're at today. I will get on the flight path back to Everlook right now. I thank you everybody so much for watching me die multiple times today and for joining me on this journey. If you liked it, subscribe, leave a comment. Check me out tomorrow when I continue the novel. We're going to read Chapter 1 of Warcraft Duraton. And check me out on Patreon. In a couple days, I'll be putting the next installment in this same kind of playthrough for Assassin's Creed 2. Thank you everyone so much for your support and viewership. This episode's in the pipe 5x5.